University of Houston campus. This is my alma mater. The university reached out to introduce a young lady to me who wants to pursue her own beauty brand. I'm just gonna hear her out, and it's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
However, we're learning in one of my Wolf classes right now, like we're doing case studies basically on people who have started their own businesses in the food industry, industrial industry. I think we're going to move on to, another separate industry. So we're looking at whether a business is good or bad, and there's several factors that go into that, right? So what we're looking at is the idea innovative? Does it have a sustainable advantage, and does it have compelling economics? So that's kind of like what we're looking at, and like if the person who started it had prior experience, if they didn't, how was execution, was it good or bad? So we're kind of looking at all those things. And so as I'm learning about that, I'm kind of thinking like within my own business, how can I incorporate each of those things and kind of like check off those boxes, The perfume industry is really competitive. So I want to know how you got through that and you were able to enter such a competitive market, because makeup is very much the same.
I knew my customer and finally figured her out at the end of the first year. Houston is representative of that customer demographic. And so how I differentiated myself was by the packaging. I think I've been saying this a lot. I did it right the first time, right? So I didn't have to go back. It had to visually and smell, right? Compete with them without actually competing with them. I went into stores that weren't selling perfumes, and that's how I did it. So and again, everything about me is unconventional. I'm not thinking the textbook way, because the truth is, when you start looking for investors, they don't bet the horse, they bet the jockey. So they put their money on your ability to run the company. Now, if you were a trust fund kid, this would be totally different.
I know, right?
If you were a celebrity, this would be totally different. One of the regrets I had was not building the audience for my brand before launching it. So I launched the product and then built the audience. So I would say if you could give yourself a year, like if you would plan your launch date and then a year ahead of it, start building the audience for it. That way you know who your customer actually is. And that way you've built up a following. That'll definitely help you in the long run.
So, another technical question.
Technical question.
Where do I decide when I want to be unemployed and just work on this?
When you're ready.
You know what I mean? How do you know when you're ready?
So for me, I was ready when I was so miserable and couldn't work another day in a job. When you have figured out who your manufacturer is, when you figured out what you want, do you want a highly pigmented, is your line going to be, we've got the deepest colors, that's when you go to market. That's when you start writing up your press releases. That's when you start talking to bloggers and having that conversation.
So just got finished talking and meeting with Zara. College student, entrepreneurship.
Yes, I'm a budding entrepreneur.
Yes! So trying to inspire her to just do it afraid, and start. She's got a midterm right now.
Take calculated risks.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about this midterm that's happening.
Hi, this is Nicole. What do you do?
I am the business development manager here at Rockwell, so I basically connect employers with students. I think it might be beneficial for you to go ahead and maybe find 1 or 2 account managers, so that way you have somebody maintaining your small accounts and growing and building them, and then you have yourself who's building out the larger and taking over the larger fish.
I'm so used to doing everything on my own that I don't know what the account manager would do, because I'm just like, well, I could do that.
Well, it will provide you some work-life balance.
Okay, yeah, which I have done.
Yeah, that's a big plus. But it'll help you further grow those accounts. So the accounts that are already selling your perfumes, you'll be able to have an account manager to then maybe visit some of these locations and say, okay, how is it selling? Is it doing well? Do we maybe need to move it to a different area? Is there maybe additional promotional items you need, or marketing assets, or that type of thing?
I feel like I'm like, I don't want to give up control.
You're gonna have to eventually. I know it's the hard to say for an entrepreneur.
I don't know how. Is a co-working space here in Houston and other cities in the U.S. And today, some of the girls in Houston have coordinated a women's empowerment event, and so I'm here to introduce my scent to them and meet new people and network. So I've met two new girls, Ronnie, ta-da, look at that hair, and Jennifer, look at her outfit, super cute. Yes, two bloggers, and they're about to smell my scent, and I'm gonna get their honest reaction. Let's go.
Yeah, I like it. It's really fresh. It's soft, citrus swirl, yeah? Very soft, fresh, smells clean. Yeah. I look at that when I'm looking at a fragrance. So, thumbs up. Yes. You can wear like for each season.
Yes. And you know what? I didn't pay them to say that at all. Did I pay you? No. Yeah, they're like womp womp. Or we met someone I went to high school with, Jasmine Hicks. What's up, girl? What's going on? Small world. Wow. Okay, your name, what do you do? Plug yourself.
Okay, Jasmine Hicks, Executive Event Specialist for Legendary Events. Follow me on Instagram at The Legendary Events. Also on Facebook, www.thelegendaryevents.com.
Perfect. She doesn't do weddings unless you're really nice. If you're really nice, she'll plan your wedding.
Just send me an email. We can talk about it.
Okay, so let me just describe what was going on in those photos. I do drive a smart car, and normally when I shut the door and it's locked and my key's inside, my car beeps so that, so I don't lock my key in the car. Well, this time I locked my key in the car and the car did not register that the key was inside. And it was just so stressful because it was happening during an event. This is how God works, but thankfully one of my friends happened to just walk past my car. My phone was in my car, everything was in my car, and it let me use her phone to call AAA. I'm ready to go. The pop-up shop is over. It was great, and yeah, here we go.